This is a very valid argument for consuming mass amounts of ice cream. Hey, what is a homestead, stay-at-home homestead mama, are you gonna come? Gonna do when she has a little bit of free time without all the kids? I guess I could bring the kids. Are you coming? I am foraging. I go foraging once a week or more. And I found a weeping mulberry. The ground is littered. Oh boy. Now I have to be careful because I think I had a reaction to something I foraged. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so sweet. So a weeping mulberry is better than a big, gigantic mulberry because you can actually reach the fruit. So let's see how much mulberries we can get. And I for sure am going to be taking cuttings. And I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. Yes. Raven or crow. I think it's crow. And there's a crow there. So a lot of these are dried up on the tree and I'm picking them anyways. They're so sweet that they'll reconstitute when I make a jam, especially if I add another fruit that's maybe not as sweet and a little bit tart, like plums. It's gonna make a really good jam. Or I could just, oh my gosh, so sweet. I almost like them like that. Not quite ripe. Oh, that one, yeah. So delicious. How fun would it be to have a weeping mulberry for your kids to just like make forts in and play underneath and eat? No, especially if you pick ones that are all black. They're not sour. Try it.
Mama, you pick red ones.
Just put it in your mouth.
Out.
You just put the whole thing in your mouth. Is it good? Do you want to snack on these?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a different bucket. Okay, so as you notice, I'm using ice cream buckets for foraging. This is a very valid argument for consuming mass amounts of ice cream so that you can have foraging buckets. Yeah, I think I'm onto something here. Oh man, I'm really loving this tree. Look at all the ground. I mean, imagine if you had just put down a tarp. I guess I could take this home. I'm not going to. Maybe that one. What? Bathroom? Okay, come on out. Most of the time I just put my bucket under and shake, and all the dry ones come off, and the ones with moisture I have to kind of work for. So a few thoughts on foraging before I move on to my next foraging adventure is if it's making a mess, right, on the street, on the sidewalk, you know, it's okay to go pick, okay? If it is like a public building, maybe funded by tax dollars, school, library, museum, it's okay to go pick. Okay, let's go see what else we can find. Do you like those mulberries? You love them? I don't know how much we got. Let's see, you've eaten a lot of them already. But, I mean, if you were to buy this many blueberry or raspberries or blackberries from the store, how many dollars do you think that is?
What?
So here's another example. Public park, private property, low-hanging fruit dropping onto the field. Sad we only got 3. I'll still take it. I can't say it was worth the gas to get here. We'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. Apricots or apricots? What says ye? No, those are not yummy, delicious blueberries encircling this whole church property. It's Oregon grape leaf, Oregon grape. They are tart and sour. Full of seeds. I'll give it a month and I'll come back. That's almost not edible. All right, guys, it's been a few days later. Forgive me for the continuity issues. The camera battery died. I wanted to show you the whole haul, right? Or at least what's left after we haven't eaten it. So there is an ornamental plum tree that something happens to it and it will make these plums. They're sweet around the pit. It's almost like a plum cherry.
When I saw it in the car, I took a little bite out of it and I didn't really like it.
You didn't really like
Yeah,
it?
because I thought it was a cherry, so I was like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
how does this taste?
These are gonna make a great jam or syrup.
Do they have a pit?
They do have a pit.
Is it very small?
I'm not gonna eat it because I think I'm allergic. They make my tongue hurt. But like Lily likes them and she'll eat them. And I've been talking to a friend and she's just like, that's weird. I've never had anything like that. I don't want my tongue to hurt. But it's gonna make a syrup or a jam or something and we're gonna add it to the mulberries. But I mean, they just make a mess on park sidewalks. So we found these at the movie theater, just making a mess. They are susceptible to some kind of worm or maggot, fly larvae.
That's why I don't eat them.
But you know, when you process them, you're not even gonna notice. So that was a really cool source of food. So now I'm almost a distracted driver. As I'm going down the street, I'm like looking at the sidewalk, mess, is there a mess? And it's weird. I have no idea why some of these ornamental trees will produce and some won't. Okay, so that's a tip for you to find foraging. Ornamental trees sometimes do produce food.
Bad ones?
No, these are the good ones.
And what's that?
It's
That and that. that.
let me explain. So my last go-to source for food is Grandpa,
This one's bad.
my dad.
Throw it away.
Yeah,
It's
well, we
squishy.
need to feed it to the chickens.
It's squishy. I hate that.
So he's got this summer apples, and summer apples are sour. They're not as dense. They don't last hardly at all on the counter. But we're gonna try and do something with them because it's food. I picked 19 pounds of 19 pounds of apples. Now, from Grandpa. He's not gonna be able to use all of the apples on his tree, you know? He might eat 1 or 2. So, yeah, you can go, when you see a loaded apple tree, you know, that's making a mess on the ground, chances are the owners can't keep up, don't want it, are aging out, don't care for the fruit. It doesn't hurt to knock. I've gotten a lot of fruit from knocking on doors. Now, please, and I'm trying to teach my kids this, when someone gives you something, you need to pay it back. So I cleaned up the ground all underneath this tree, and I try to do that anywhere I go foraging. Leave the situation better than you are. Yes, by taking the fruit off of the tree and off of the property, it's going to naturally make less of a mess, but also then, you know, the ones with worms, I clean them up and I could throw them away, but I could also throw them to my chickens. I could add them to the compost pile. That's nitrogen and moisture free, just my time that it takes to help keep my compost pile going. So
Yeah, but when you get back, you have to take like a 10-hour nap.
he's saying I get really tired after we get back, and it's true.
Yeah.
It really wipes me out. I've got to figure out some kind of way. Got to figure out a way to save my energy so that it's actually like cost efficient, energy efficient, to bring home 25 pounds. That's what I was able to bring this trip. But then I have to take like a nap, or I'm kind of wasted for the rest of the day. Oh, do you guys see my friend? This is the cutest batch of rabbits we've ever had. Let me know in the comments if you want to know more about them. But yeah, I wanted to let you know 25 pounds is what I got from that 2-hour block of foraging. Oh. So guys, you know, make sure you use the resources that are available to you. Here in the suburbs and in urban, there's a lot of resources that are just being ignored and going to waste. So I absolutely, deep down in my soul, love turning something for free into something for dollars. You know, dollars I don't have to spend. How much would 19, Kyle, do the math. At $2 a pound for apples, and we got 19 pounds. How many dollars did we save?
I think like 30 something, 38.
38. Yeah, good job. $38 that I don't have to spend. And we do have a plan for these apples. If it comes to fruition, we'll tell you about it. Okay, anyways, that's all, guys. That's all today. You know, some of those homesteads that have lots of acres and they have wild stuff there, or you have lots of acres and you can plant everything, I can't do that. But I can take advantage of this urban setting. So guys, let me know in the comments what new information you got out of this video. That's the plan, is to teach. So take care, grow something today, even if it's yourself. Oh, you want to close it out? Say my catchphrase.
Grow something today, even if it's yourself.